I don't know if we can know in these first 5 races with how much newness there is.
Well, certainly when we come out here out west, by the time you get up to the West Coast swing, it's where you reevaluate. But we're going to find out, Mike.
All right, the 2022 Toyota Camry TRD is on pit road. And here they come to the attention of the starter stand. Christopher Bell elects the inside, and we're racing in Las Vegas.
Too wide, nice and smooth there. Little tire, man, as much as he needed.
That could have been bad. Joey Logano had that run. He passed to the inside of Chase Briscoe, and they stacked up on the bottom with a 9 of Chase Elliott and Austin Cindric in front of him. Just a bad timing thing, but that could have been big right there in front of the field.
Ricky Stenhouse on the bottom trying to make the move on Logano. Couldn't carry all that momentum into turn 1. Here's another look at that. Watch the 22 come up here.
Well, you can see the 9 obviously get to him, but the 22 is coming way faster, trying to even look to the inside. That's pretty good contact. That's what I love about this race car, though, man. We've seen it time and time again, whether it was Daytona or California. These things are tough.
Cindric and Briscoe for third.
Chase Briscoe's been fast all weekend long. He was good last weekend as well. That 14 machine's running good. You can tell a different swagger with the kid. I saw him at the casino over at Cosmopolitan in an elevator, and I could just tell by looking at him, man. He was confident in his car and his speed for the week.
Was he up or down?
Well, you can race whatever happens at that casino right here on this track today. Pay for it. Maybe that's why he's running so hard.
I meant the elevator. Kyle Larson going through the bumps in 1 and 2 last time. Have a look here.
Wow, that was a big moment. What I'm seeing is, at 185 miles an hour, that's not the kind of thing that you want to have happen, although he's a very qualified driver. What I'm seeing is a lot of momentum shifts. Look at the back straightaway at the very start. You get the 22 getting a big run. Kyle has a moment in 1 and 2, and he loses a ton of ground on the leader down the back straightaway in that first lap. Looks like momentum is really important, and you lose it and gain it quite quickly.
The bumps down there in 1 and 2, you saw him hit that bump. The car preloaded. We saw a lot of that last weekend, particularly on Saturday, where these guys were having a ton of trouble getting through the roughness. We knew coming into Las Vegas, all eyes were on the middle of 1 and 2 as they go over that tunnel, some bumps.
And in the same spot, Austin Cindric had a double handful in that 2 car right here.
There it is. You can see that thing do the old hospital hop, what we call it.
Boy, Chase Elliott seems to be in a lot of these 8 wheels corner better than 4 situations, doesn't he?
He was not in a good spot right there. That definitely makes you nervous. You have a car get sideways. But I will say this, last weekend those cars were getting sideways and they couldn't catch him. We saw 2 guys catch that car right there with Larson and then again with him. I like that. I think something's going on. I think these teams have figured out something with the cars to give these guys a little bit more grip with their chassis.
Denny Hamlin running 5th, started 8th, Jamie.
And he had a bit of a scare before the drop of the green flag, Mike. He came on the radio and said the car kept shutting off and that the alternator light was on. He was able to get it fired. Obviously, right now seems like no problems. He's already gained 3 spots, but they're certainly keeping an eye on that and the voltage on this 11.
Christopher Bell's led every one of 8 laps. His first laps led at this track. And this season, Tyler Reddick up 13. He and Daniel Hemrick and Cole Custer and Kyle Busch all started out back. Below them, mid-pack, William Byron's picked up 5 spots early. He's got a fast car to start.
Absolutely, but they're all chasing that Christopher Bell. I told you, talking to him, my eyes were on him. I knew if somebody was going to catch and run with this Kyle Larson, who could it be? And he's pulling away from him right now.
Now dropping back is Chase Elliott. Larry, he started 5th. He's back to 12th now.
Yeah, and what I see, he cannot get in the corner. He's having to roll the throttle out much earlier than most of these drivers. And Clint, he's even using brake, which I'm not seeing a lot of drivers use brake right now.
Loose. That tells me he's really loose. But it also tells me, look for that car. It may catch on the backside of this run. Try not to, again, like I talked about at the top of the show, don't lose too many spots. You don't want to dig yourself in a hole, but I do think as this run goes on, of course, it's only 30 laps here, you know, that's two good things. You don't have very far to go to get an adjustment for the competition caution, but also you probably get an inkling if your car will come to life on the backside of this run.
Jamie, what's up with the 9?
Well, the problem for Chase Elliott actually started yesterday in practice. I talked to his crew chief, Alan Gustafson, this morning, and he said Chase just feels like this car is out of the track, kind of floaty, and in return, he couldn't feel aggressive. He couldn't push this car because he's not sure if it's going to spin out on him. So that's what you're seeing here. He's just being a little bit timid until he can get more comfortable as this run goes on.
Christopher Bell up 2 seconds on Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, and Ryan Blaney. The Oklahoma Speedster has led all 10 laps under green so far.